What's up, guys? What's going on? Welcome back.
What's up, guys? What's going on? No, this isn't Star Wars Theory, but it is Monday, and we're back here on Endor getting ready for week number 17. Week 17. And hopefully, we have a lot of fun stuff, some odds and ends, bits and pieces coming up in this episode. We'll get back on platform 4. I believe we'll get up here on the mountain, maybe add some trees. We'll see what we get into. We definitely have some pieces over here we got to unopen. And yes, Monday, one of my favorite things to do is to rock out mock building while watching some Star Wars Theory. So let's get into it. All right, so we're going to kick things off here with an unboxing. This is quite the elaborate packing job, I must say. Interesting. I'm sure it's not a whole CMF series here. Quite sure of that. But we do have some minifigures, which always makes unboxing more exciting. We have a Gungan warrior here. We have I believe this is a DDBD. I think it's cool just to have a bunch of different droids. They always come in handy from what I've seen. And we have a First Order officer. And the much needed grass pieces. I believe there's 400 more grass pieces in here. So I've got grass for days. So this is just a bunch of random black and light bluish gray pieces, just a bunch of different stuff. I came to this store for the grass pieces, and while I was there, I picked up the minifigures because that's just a thing that I'm looking to do now, is just increase the minifigures. And also, like I've mentioned before, justifying shipping cost, I always like to add to the piece count. So here I am just adding a bunch of smaller black pieces for greebling and different types of details within mocks. What's in the box? What's in the box? This is something I'm excited about. These are inverted quarter saucers. So you can imagine this is going to be for the underside of platform 4. I think that's going to come in really, really handy because there's just a little bit of detail on the underside that I like to add, and I think that's going to look very, very cool. Now we just have some tiles, and then we have some yellow pieces for detail on top of the platform. I don't think I'm going to do a round circle on the platform, but I'm going to add some yellow details. This is a big bag. There's a lot of pieces in here. This is what we needed. Quarter round pieces. Bricks, whatever you want to call them, but we've got to make the platform higher, so we had to get more of these. Then it was just a matter of getting some more light bluish gray pieces to help add details on top of the mock and, just build out. Don't you love when you mess up a recording, like messing around with your bags, and then you got to redo it, so you try to put your bags kind of back in the same spot? I'm just like, screw it. I'm just gonna, it is what it is. It's a retake here, but for the rest of this bag, I have some additional light bluish gray bricks for the top of the platform because we're gonna do some snot technique, a mix of studs on top, studs not on top, etc. These cylinder pieces are pretty cool. All right, so let's get building, shall we? So as you can see from that little sequence, I've done a little bit of work here. I first started out just raising up the pillars here to get the height so I could put the platform on top. I'm waiting on a few more pieces for that, so we'll get into that in the next episode. For the time being, I've decided to stay with, this happening right here. I tried again to fix this with another solution, but I'm just going to live with it for now. What I did make a change on is a very nice suggestion from Depressed Spaceman in the comments of the last video. Suggested that I add some modified bricks in here just to add a little bit of detail into the pillars, which I think does look great. And I took it a step further and just added an additional detail over here, which is some piping. So, just adding a little bit of detail in there, I think it helps it to fit in with kind of the rest of the MOC's detail. We also went ahead and placed in more of the trees, which I'm really loving the way this all turned out. That looks pretty good. It thickened up a lot with the trees, and I added more grass pieces and more foliage in here. So we have a nice thick forest here, and I added some rock pieces throughout the build as well. And we got a couple that I just added in here, and I'll do a little bit more of that. So what I think we'll do right now is I'm going to go ahead and top off the mountain. I have used just about every single dark green plate that I have, just a handful left, but we got this all finished. I'm not sure if I'm going to leave it so sharp at the top here. I might just flatten it off right there. We'll see how that goes. And I have to get some plants on top of there. But man, you guys, it feels so good to have the rock work completed outside of just some plant work to add there. And I might put a tree or two up there as well. That might look pretty cool. I'll check it out. Oh, I have something to show you. Check it out, check it out. We got the new digs in the house. This is the Sony A7 IV, and this is a new Sigma lens. It's a 16 to 28 millimeter f2.8. So this is the new, let me turn around here, maybe you can see it in the light. Yeah, there we go. This is the new setup. So I'm super, super excited about this. I think it's going to bring some really good picture quality to the channel. Well, it better bring some good picture quality to the channel. So really excited about that. Oh, I got something else to show you too. I got a couple new lights for the room. I've got one right here, which I'll show you what's cool about this in a second. And I got the same one back here. So this will kind of serve as a light in the background of some of my talking head videos. And this will serve as providing some actual light on my face for making the videos, because you can change the white balance or the tone in this lamp, which is nice. And it's also dimmable. So it's a nice diffused light that it offers, which is pretty cool. And then also you get an app on your phone, and they're RGB lights as well. So I can change the color of them to, like, purple, red, green, whatever it is. So these are by Hugoi. I don't know how to pronounce that, but I put an Amazon affiliate link down in the description if you wanted to check those out. So what I think we'll do right now is I want to get some tree stumps into the landscape. I'm not going to have time to build the entire trees. It's going to be a little bit of a shorter week. I have to learn how to use this camera, so maybe I can make the next video using that. And I also have a couple other things coming up this weekend, so we can get some stumps in place, maybe add a little bit of plants. So a little bit of a shorter week, but I think, we got this done, we got that. A lot of progress has been made so far this week. So let's go ahead and do a little bit more. All right, so now we have 5 more trees ready to be built. This was always kind of the area I thought would have the most forest within it, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trees, and we have our speeder bikes cutting through the trees, which is gonna look awesome once we get the leaves built up here. And even like this pathway cutting through these 2 trees is gonna look really cool. And a tree built up here with the platform next to it. Man, I just cannot wait to see what this looks like all built up, and we're going to do that in the next episode. We're going to finish all 5 trees, and I got the pieces back there to build the platform, so I believe I have my game plan for that, so we'll build that in the next episode as well. You know, sometimes I get wrapped up in the build so much that I sometimes forget that we have this down here. That's so cool. So I've got a Halloween party I gotta get to. So if you want to check out this video right here, this is my Obi-Wan Kenobi mock based on the Kenobi show. It's my favorite freeform that I've built, and my favorite texture that I've built into like a sand landscape. So make sure you check that out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that like button, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next build. Later.